Slick back.
No, slick back.
That's what I said. Slick back.
No, nigga, I'm a pimp named Slick back. Pimp named Slick back. Pimp named
Slick back.
Nigga, are you deaf? I'm a pimp named Slick.
So today our group want to present about our subject code DCC30103 Highway and Traffic Engineering for the case study for the topic 8 Traffic Management and topic 9 Highway Maintenance. So this is our team. My name is Siti Zahraa binti Pandi. My metric number is 14DKA22F1064.
My name is Nurauni Najihah binti Onioraza and my matrix number 14DKA22F1067.
Hi, my name is Syaurah binti Saifuddin. My matrix number 14DKA22F1049.
Hi, my name is Siti Adwa Saiyidah binti Muhammad Roslan. Matrix number 14DKA22F1017.
So, for the objective of traffic management and highway maintenance is the repair of the functional pavement defects. Secondly, prolonging the functional and structural life of the pavement. Third, maintaining road safety and signage. And lastly, keeping the road reserve in acceptable condition.
Introduction for traffic management. Traffic management is the organization, arrangement, guidance and control of both stationary and moving traffic, including pedestrians, bicyclists, and all types of vehicles. It's aimed to provide for the safe, orderly, and efficient movement of persons and goods, and to protect, where possible, enhance the quality of management of the local environment on adjacent to traffic facilities. For effective traffic management, the practitioner must work from facial information, route inventory, and statistical method. And the more common types of traffic studies, including traffic volume and composition, origin and destination, speed, travel time and delay, accident, and parking are described.
Introduction for highway maintenance. Maintenance of roads means keeping, fixing, and improving the state of roads, such as highways, streets, and other transportation infrastructure. Road upkeep's main goal is to ensure that all, such as drivers, pedestrians, cyclists, and public transportation, are safe and able to use the roads. Road maintenance tasks can range from simple things like cleaning, mowing, and marking the pavement to more complicated things like closing cracks, filling potholes, and resurfacing. Maintenance also includes fixing or rebuilding broken or worn-out things like drainage system, traffic signs, and guard rails.
For the case 1 is the pothole. The causes is first one is heavy traffic. The overload of vehicle passing over the road surface can cause the pavement to wear down, resulting in cracks and potholes. An abundance of vehicles on the road every single day eventually wears down the flexibility of the pavement. Surface begin to crack, which eventually falls into gaps below within in the road. As a result, the creates a pothole, the size of which can vary. The second one is the extreme weather condition. Potholes are more likely to form during extreme weather conditions, such as a prolonged period of freezing temperature or heavy rain. Freeze-thaw cycle, in particular, can be particularly damaged to pavement, as the water that seeps into crack during thawing can expand freeze, causing the pavement to break, creating pothole. I have 3 types for the method of maintenance and improvement. First one is sealing. Crack sealing and slurry sealing keep water from penetrating the surface by sealing small crack. This treatment don't add structural strength to the pavement, but they protect the underlying roadbed from moisture and oversaturation. The second one is overlay. Overlays are a more intensive treatment in which a layer of compacted asphalt is construct to seal the surface and add some structural strength. And the last one is reconstruction. Reconstruction and dig outs, including digging out and rebuilding the damaged road bed. Relative to other pavement treatments, this work is costly and may include extended, lead or strict clauses. For the case 2 is upheaval root cracking. For the causes, legally by compacted soil that has been desicced to provide structural stability for the overlaying pavement. Next, the root system create the pressure as they push through surrounding material like rock and soil.
For the method of maintenance and improvement, the first one is install barriers. Physical barriers installed beneath pavement cut off feature elongated branch or roof extension, hence restricting instruction temporary. This is a less expensive alternative that can help avoid costly road repair. The second one is pruning. Prune back invading branches that interfere with pedestrian pathways. However, pruning may lead plants towards growth patterns favoring more robust upward growth. Instead, hence it isn't always the best solution except when necessary.
Root removal. Removing the roots from the below paved surface using specialized equipment such as root saw or grinders can be an effective solution to address long-term problems. Though it's labor intensive and sometimes require traffic disruption. This method ensures no faster growth of roots in the area, hence giving your pavement more longevity.
The causes of edge cracking is turning and cornering. Vehicle making sharp turns or cornering at high speed can place concentrated pressure on the pavement edge, making them more susceptible to cracking. Second, inadequate thickness. Thin asphalt layers or insufficient compaction can lead to reduced pavement strength, making edge cracking more likely. Third, lack of edge support. The absence of proper edge support such as curbs or shoulder materials can leave the pavement vulnerable to edge cracking. Method of maintenance and improvement for edge cracking. Edge milling. Milling the pavement edge can remove damaged materials and create a smooth transition to prevent further cracking. Second, proper base preparation. Ensure the sub-base and subgrade layers are adequately compacted and prepared to provide a stable foundation for the asphalt. Edge support. Include features like curbs, gutter, or shoulder materials to provide structural support to the pavement edge. The causes of longitudinal cracking is a reflective crack from an underlying layer. An underlying crack can move slightly, causing stress on an overlaying layer, and this stress can eventually result in a crack that located right on top of the underlying crack. Second, hard mixed asphalt fatigue. Often the first signs of fatigue cracking are longitudinal in or near the wheel plate. This is the onset of future alligator cracking. Then, top-down cracking. In pavement of substantial thickness for a given loading, cracking can initiate at the pavement surface instead of at the bottom of the pavement layer. Method of maintenance and improvement of longitudinal cracking. Rotate overband crack seal. This crack sealing method includes routing of crack, which provides a reservoir to allow sufficient sealant to properly bond, manage movement, and deliver a superior moisture seal. Filling the crack and overbanding can be accomplished in a single pass. However, some choose to break the process into two steps to accommodate thermal shrinkage of the sealant in the one reservoir. Then, simple overband crack seal. This method is faster and easier than a rotate overband crack seal and may breach and not fill the crack completely from the bottom up. While simple overband crack sealing does create a moisture seal and protects the top of the crack surface from erosion and further damage, it may not last as long as rotate repair and may require a touch-up within a few years. Third one is overlaying. Less severe cracks measuring ½ inch or less can be sealed to prevent moisture from entering into the subgrade. More severe cracks should be fixed by removing the cracked pavement layer and replacing it with an overlay.
Next, the fifth case is transverse cracking. Transverse cracking may cause of a temperature of asphalt. Transverse asphalt cracking usually occurs when the asphalt is exposed to cool or declining temperatures before it has completely hardened And while the hot asphalt mixture is still warm, this is why it is also referred to as thermal cracking in asphalt pavement. And secondly, it is cause of surface of pavement, which is the transverse asphalt cracking starts on the surface of the pavement and then gradually sinks deeper and deeper below the surface if the transverse cracks are not immediately repaired. Next, the method of maintenance and improvement transverse cracking. Firstly, flush fill crack seal, which is another common and cost-effective method of sealing pavement cracks. Full fill crack sealing is accomplished by filling a crack with crack sealant material flush with the surface of the pavement. There may be slight settling as the material cools, creating a very shallow channel, but flush filling a crack seals out moisture and incompressible debris, protecting the base of wall of the crack, and as well as it provide a flexible filler that will move with the pavement during thermal expansion or contraction cycles. This method is usually chosen when a surface treatment or overlay is planned or when an overband is not wanted or required. Second, it is a strategies depend upon the severity and extent of the cracking. So they have two strategies, and firstly is low severity cracks, which is it is less than 1/2 inch wide and infrequent crack. So the crack seal to prevent is firstly entry of moisture into the subgrade through the cracks and further leveling of the cracks edge. And HMA can provide years of satisfactory service after developing small cracks if they are kept sealed. And the second strategy is high severity cracks, which is more than 1/2 wide and numerous cracks. And it can remove and replace the crack pavement layer with an overlay. So, for case 6, which is alligator cracks, it causes by the excessive deflection of the road pavement. This can be brought about by the overloading of the road layer or the weakening of the unbound layers due to an increase in moisture content. And secondly, it also can develop due to insufficient pavement thickness and a thin layer of asphalt. So, for the method of maintenance and improvement alligator cracking, firstly, we can replacing part of the asphalt layer. And secondly, placing an asphalt overlay. And lastly, we're replacing all the asphalt layer.
For the case 7, which is signboard, they have 3 types of damage of the traffic sign. The first one is the street name is gone. The second one is the warning signboard is blocked by a tree as you see in the picture. And lastly is the warning signboard does not reflect. So for the method of maintenance and improvement that we need to do is routine maintenance. It's basically a regular signage cleaning method and maintenance to make sure the signboard is attractive and always has be the best shine and original finish. On another hand, it's prolong it life for the future. Routine cleaning regularly such as visible dirt removal by whipping the exterior with a cloth, special detergent solution and warm water, then leaving it to the air dry. Is considered preventive commercial maintenance, which is have been done before anything happened. The next case is rutting. They have 3 causes rutting may happen. The first one is unstable subgrade, inflation subbase thickness, and heavy traffic. For the unstable subgrade, an asphalt surface can be as strong and stable as its subgrade. In other words, the ground beneath the pavement. If this dirt and soil should shift and compact over time, your asphalt may end up without a support necessary to prevent rutting. For the insufficient subbase thickness, yet asphalt cannot be installed direct on the top of the subgrade, no matter how well compact. So simply has much inherent instability, especially when it's become saturated with moisture. To ensure your asphalt remain in the place for years to come, it must be installed a top layer of crushed gravel. No alternative as either the subbase or the aggregate base. For the heavy traffic, the overload of vehicle passing over the road surface can cause longitudinal surface depression that occurs in the wear part of a flexible asphalt road surface due to the passenger of the traffic. And bomb stance of vehicle on the road every single day eventually wear down the flexibility of the road surface begin to the tire line of passing vehicle on the area which want the roads. As a result, this create a rutting problem. So they have a few methods of maintenance and improvement that we do. The first one is materialization. The material should be have ideal stage, stiffness, durability, and resistance to the moisture, temperature, and fatigue. For flexible pavement, asphalt binder and aggregate should be well graded, modified and compact to achieve optimal properties. Second one is better traffic management. Ensure that your pavement weight load and traffic flow are well managed. The heavier the traffic, the greater chance of the rutting. You can opt the thickness layer of asphalt to provide better support when necessary.
So, based on the ATJ 2C85, okay, firstly, we have a routine maintenance, which is basically a regular signage clean method, and maintenance to make sure the signboard is attractive and always has its best shine and original finish. So, this make the road user become clearly see the signage, okay? So, secondly, choosing signs. Choose signs that are appropriate, signs that accurately describe the work situation. So, we need to choose the message on signs according to what action the driver needs to take. Use a larger signs when greater visibility is desired, as with height, speed, or volume. And you can avoid messages having only a local meaning since it may not be clear to strangers. Starts with a common sign at the beginning of the word area. Then, use signs with more specific message with their more specific sign. Starting what action should be taken. Closer to the work area, drivers sometimes forget what they are told, so the last sign is the advance warning area should tell them specifically what to look or expect, such a flagger car, a one-lane road. And the message such as pembinaan di hadapan or orang bekerja di hadapan with an appropriate distance is used on the sign. So, use the end of the advance warning area as deciding on the distance on the sign. For example, kawasan kerja is 1000 meter, means that the advance warning area ends and transition or work area is start.
The next one is solution based on ATJ 2C85. The location of the advanced warning area may need to be adjusted when special problems are encountered. The first one is urban distance assisted can be compensated by the length of the city block. Additional advanced warning may be necessary due to the extra intersection created by the early shopping center and side road. The second one is rural open highway. That is need for the greater warning distance and larger sign. The third one is dividing roadway and one-way street with two or more lines in one direction. Signing of the both sides of the roadway should be considered if a median is available. Existing overhead side structure may be used for the sign. The number 4 is sign should be high enough to be seen over parked car and heavy traffic. Number 5 is sign should not block the view of bicycle enter the area. The last one is all sign should be carefully placed for the best visibility, and existing sign which is not needed during the work activity should be removed. In most cases, the sign should be removed in front of view obstruction such as hill, curve, building, and vegetation. Larger size or higher mounting should be considered. Solution based on ATJ 2C85. For number 3 is about road marking. Driver use pavement marking as a primary means guidance. Pavement marking including lane strip, edge strip, centerline strip, pavement arrow, and words message. Marking are made of paint, tested reflectorized marks, profile reflectorized plastic or reflectorized plastic, exposing and other material placed by heating and spanning. The second one is the standard marking plan. For the road should be in place before the opening a new facility to traffic. Also, if devices line parts term of the planning for the work zone, temporary marking should be placed before the traffic is changed. When it is not visible, such as during the process of marking, a traffic shift, or carrying traffic through surface operation. Temporary delimitation may be employed with line of traffic cones or other channelizing devices. The last one is when pavement placed during the day is to be opened at traffic at night, and permanent stripping cannot be placed before the end of the work. A temporary strip should be applied to provide an indication to the driver of the location of the line or center line. Standard marking planners are the most desirable for this use. One rod screened steel codes stripping should be applied following removal of excess screening.
To sum up, for traffic engineers, the most important goal is creating and maintain efficient, safe roadways. Traffic engineers work hard to minimize congestion and safety risks on the road, making roadways safe for drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians. The effort of traffic engineers lead to shorter wait times at typical busy intersections, less traffic, and fewer collisions with reduced severity.